Okay, so now we're going to look at finding the area of a parallelogram. Now, finding the area of a parallelogram has the exact same formula as the area of a rectangle, because basically a parallelogram is a tilted rectangle. So let's say we have a base here of 10. Let's say we have a side of 6, but a height of 5. The area of your parallelogram, just like the rectangle, is the base times the height. But make sure you're using the height that's perpendicular to the base. Don't just use that side of 6. That's an easy way to mess up. Now, why would it be the exact same formula as the area of a rectangle? Well, you can visualize this. You could chop off this triangular corner of your parallelogram, and you could just drag it over to this corner, and there you could recompose it and see that you've got a rectangle. So you can just do a rectangle with a base of 10 and a height of 5. So that's kind of cool about the parallelogram. Just take our base times our height, and if this is feet, the area would be 50 square feet. So whether your shape is a rectangle or your shape is a tilted, it's tilted off of the rectangle and it's a parallelogram now, that area is still 50 square feet. So if you're trying to figure out where on your, in your backyard you want to put your garden, there's several shapes that you could use that would have the same area. So here, as long as your base and your height are the same, you can use a rectangle shape or you could use a parallelogram shape, and you're still getting the same area. And now let's look at the perimeter of this.
So why would he use the 6 to find that?
Because the 6 is not the height. The 6 is the side of the parallelogram, but it's not the height of it. The height is always perpendicular to the base, at a right angle to the base. So that's why I use the height of 5. Does that help?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now for the perimeter, on the other hand, perimeter goes all the way around our parallelogram. And so that you're just adding the lengths of the sides. So you've got the base on the bottom. You have the top that's the same length. And then you have the left side is 6 and the right side is 6. Because in a parallelogram, opposite sides are always the same length and they're parallel to each other. So we would have a perimeter of 32 feet. And again, the perimeter is to the first power because it's just one-dimensional to walk all the way around that parallelogram. Okay. Next, we're going to move on to a trapezoid. So let's say you have a trapezoidal figure like this. Now the thing about a trapezoid is that it has exactly one pair of parallel sides. But the formula is almost the same as the formula of a triangle. Instead of a half times base times height, you add the lengths of those parallel bases and then take it times the height. And that will give you your area.